International Year of Light. Okay, so yeah. So the first talk, I will give you a very brief overview of what is International Year of Light, and what are we going to do for this year. So I'll give you a very brief overview from the perspective of the International Astronomical Union. So this year is the International Year of Light. We officially begin the year, okay? And the International Astronomical Union, it's specifically, we have arranged a program for the whole year. We call it Cosmic Light, okay? The light from the universe, to celebrate or to focus on light and the universe. Okay. So, and this project is coordinated by my office, so which is the Office for Astronomy Outreach, and also that's why we are now running this workshop here in Japan. So, if you don't know my office, I would just like to give you a very brief idea. So my office is funded by many organizations, including NAOJ, okay, and also CASI, thank you, and Taiwan, many countries. If you look at this logo, if you are familiar with this logo, you'll see that actually it's come from a very familiar faces back in 6 years ago. So this is the International Year of Astronomy. Okay, it was very successful and exciting at that time. We have a huge network. Okay, we have a very big international network. You see the map here, all the countries colored in red are those countries participate in the International Year of Astronomy, and they have do something, okay, related to astronomy at that time, which is a huge number. So from a very brief survey we have conducted at that time, we know that at least during that year we have reached 800 million people worldwide, which is a huge number. And of course, we hope this year we can achieve something very similar. So I will just show you some slides, okay, to show you what we have done in that year, which is very excellent. So we have, for example, this one in Taiwan, okay. There's a show, a drama that demonstrates how Galileo used the telescope to watch the sky, and this one is in China, in Gansu. They displayed more than 100 telescopes during an event called 100 Hours of Astronomy, okay, which is very exciting. So, okay, so what is the International Year of Light? So basically, it is a special year declared by the United Nations. So the United Nations is proposed by UNESCO and then approved by United Nations. And if you look at the resolutions, why this year is International Year of Light? Because light is very important to human beings, and they want to recognize this importance. Light is basically embedded in everywhere. So you will see light is related to many things. So what you're seeing, for example, the lighting, the light bulb, even this projector we're using, all are related to light. But more, for example, astronomy is very important because we observe light, we use optics, so therefore astronomy is very important. And that's another very major reason behind it. If we use better lighting, it will help in the reduction of light pollution, which is a key to preservation of dark skies. So you can see that the preservation of dark skies, this statement is included in the resolution of the United Nations. That means they recognize the importance of that. So therefore, light pollution studies and work, it's one of the major focus for the International Year of Light. So that's why today we are organizing this event, and we hope this event could bring some results, which will be very meaningful. So the International Year of Light is a huge network from many partners. So IU is one of the supporting organizations. Okay, and this year we have a lot of anniversaries collide with this year. So why 2015? So because it was 100 years of Arabic optics, and also some celebrations with Maxwell equation, and also it's the 100th anniversary of Einstein's general relativity as well. So, well, you may say relativity is more gravitation, but yeah, it's still bend the light and something. And once more, it is the 50th anniversary of the discovery of the cosmic microwave background. And it is very important evidence for the Big Bang theory as well. Okay, so the focus for this year lies in 4 domains. About the science of light, technology of light, light and nature, and also light and culture. So these are the 4 major focus. And if you go to the IYL website, you will see a lot of information, and you will see there's a specific box, okay, here, which is the cosmic light, and that's the activities we run there. So the IAU is responsible for all the astronomy-related activities during the International Year of Light. And therefore, I'm very happy to see you here. So this is the project we call Cosmic Light. If you look at the logo, I just want to show you, so there are 2 major focus, okay? So the science of light nowadays, astronomy is advanced. It's very highly developed. So we use many technologies, like we observe the sky in multi-wavelength. We observe in a lot of electromagnetic spectrum, not only in optical, but we also observe in other radio, high energy, okay, different wavelengths. So if you look at the light here, the word, if you see here, it's actually more than optical. So if you see that the 2 ends are dark, which is an invisible part of the spectrum. Okay. So this is a photo I just saw it released yesterday. So it's the latest image from the Hubble Space Telescope. It is the famous Eagle Nebula, the Pale of Creations, the photo that was captured back in 1995. The first time it released was in 20 years ago. And yesterday they released the latest image using the Hubble Space Telescope, the advanced camera, I think it's Wi-Fi camera 3 and also ACS, I think. So if you see these 2 images, you will see the difference between using optical and also using infrared and ultraviolet, I think, yeah. Infrared, yeah. So, using different wavelengths, you can see there are a lot of difference between the object. For example, you can see there are many dust here, but using IR, you can see the infrared can penetrate dust, and you can see it here. And more, if you look here, it tells you how this image is created. It's using 3 narrowband filters, and we combine the image and give you a perspective. So it's how we present the image to you is also about light, about how we see the light. So there are quite a number of issues or message behind of the cosmic light. For example, how the photons can come to our eyes, and we see, we use telescope, we use the optics, and one of the most important thing is light pollution must be reduced if we really want to observe the universe. This is so important. So I think all of you here without doubt that. Okay, so probably you will ask the question, why this is the International Year? Why? So there are some reasons why we drive something like this. So, and for people like us, we run projects, we run campaigns, we run outreach programs. So it will be very helpful that we can have a common goal. like we call something like International Year, which is a good branding, is a kind of branding. So if you have a good branding, then we can work with the same thing together. So if we have a common goal, then it will be very easy for us to talk on the same project, and then it will be also easy to attract unusual target group. So for example, we talk about light pollution. Most of the time, it will be only interest to people interested in astronomy. However, what we have to do is we want to create impact to people beyond the astronomy field. So if they don't interest in astronomy, general people, we want them to be aware of the issue as well. So the International Year will be very helpful with a good branding. At the same time, we will have thousands of resources shared among people. So it's very important. And again, it will be focal point, and it's easy for us to do some activities. So that's why this year is so crucial for us to do something on light pollution, because we have a good name, we have the branding, so make use of the time. So this is the cosmic light, okay? And the next problem is how to do that, okay? So there are quite a lot of strategies. So basically, it's a branding. So it doesn't matter how you use it. So it's only a name. But it will be useful for some of us to start some projects, or we have some, we call it cornerstone projects. So the IAU, the International Astronomical Union, so we have designed and selected a few cornerstone projects. And there are different areas to look at the International Year of Light. So I would like to introduce some of them to you. So the first one, it's called The Light Beyond the Bulb, which is an exhibition. So you see there are many photos. So there's another example back in 2009, which is called From Earth to the Universe. It's a large-scale exhibition. So you see some panels here. So you can set up in different ways. So this one, you can create an exhibition in your local area. So now we have many exhibitions around the world, but I can tell you, you don't have a lot here. So you only see the western part, yeah, but the eastern part, there's not a lot of events. So we encourage you to organize some events back into your home country. So it could be done in many different ways. So it could be only like a pull-up banner, or you can mount it on a wall, or you can just even put it in the park, whatever you like. So all the materials, the photos will be available on the website. Yeah, the link I've shown you, and you can go there, and then after you fill some form, and you can download the image free of charge without any permission problem, and then you can freely use it. Yeah, it'll be very nice. And of course, photos is very easy to attract people as well. Okay. The other project we call it Galileo. Okay, Galileo, it's a product that was produced during the International Year of Astronomy 6 years ago, and the rationale behind it was to prepare a low-cost telescope to distribute to a large number of people at that time. But now the price is still reasonable. Okay, so you can see this year we're going to manufacture about 10,000 telescope again, and we'll distribute it. Okay. Another project we call the Cosmic Light Awareness. Okay, there are a lot of elements. Okay, there will be some educational activities, some kit. Okay, not exactly like this one. Yeah, not exactly like this, but you will see some activities-based program, and you can download and use them. And they will run some online tutorials using the platform like the Google Hangout and something. So they will have some tutorials to teach you how to run the workshop. Use the materials, the kit. And And one of the elements of this project is the group at night activity. So today we are using the group. We are working on the group at night network. Okay, and this is the group at night activity, which is again we are doing similar things, but they don't use the SQM. Okay, so I show you the SQM. So our network is mainly focused on how to use the SQM to collect data physically, permanently mounted at a fixed location, and then you collect the data continuously. But group at night is different. They use different strategy. So the strategy is they ask people to do the data collection at a specific period, okay, globally. So people will do the measurement using some techniques like star counting. They look at the sky and count how many stars in a specific region, and they will know what we call the limiting magnitude. So we know how many stars, and then we know, okay, the limiting magnitude, and so on. And then you will see the results here. So probably you know about that, I think. Another major thing this year will be coming very soon is we will launch a smartphone app on iPhone. It's free of charge, okay, to measure the light pollution. So it's called a dark sky meter. Okay. This meter is IU funded, so we funded the meter. You can use iPhone, but I'm sorry, not Android, only on iPhone. It's because of the calibration issue. So it's very difficult to calibrate Android machines because they have so many models, but there are limited numbers of iPhone machines. So therefore, it's only available on iPhone. They use the light sensor, and then just like you take a photo, but you take a photo of the sky, and then it will automatically calculate the sky brightness, similar to SQM. Yeah, a similar idea. And then you can fit in your data to the database as well. Yeah, so this is the smartphone app that would be available very soon. I still haven't really used it, so I have to get an iPhone first, maybe. Okay, so you will see this map from time to time, again, in this workshop, and I believe you have seen it a long time ago. And so this year is the International Year of Light, and indeed, there are two very different ways of talking about light. Some people, for example, they talk about how to light up this region. So this is Africa, right? You see that basically nothing. Okay. You see the Nile River, the Egypt, right? Egypt, the Nile River, okay, Italy here. Okay. But it's still very dark. So if you go there and, for example, Sze-leung, the South Africa, the large telescope is located here. So it's still an excellent site for doing astronomy. But at the same time, Africa is still very underdeveloped. Lighting is essential to human beings for living as well. So therefore, UNESCO and the United Nations, they would like to do some program to help Africa to set up more lightings, which is good, to help the people to develop, which is a very good thing. But at the same time, it's important for us to teach people how to use a good lighting. So because if you set up some lighting, but if you use it badly, it will be a very bad idea. They will lose the light sky. So the project behind, or the concept we are now talking is, we don't object people to use lighting. But the point is, you have to use it wisely. You have to use it in a good way. So you can light up what you need, but at the same time, we can still protect the dark sky, we can still preserve the dark sky. So this is the concept we're talking about. So therefore, there's something like, they use some very simple things to create lighting, which is very interesting. So one of the projects in this year, IU also fund a project called Quality Lighting Teaching Kits, and they will have several elements of using the kit materials to talk about lighting. And one of the major things for good lighting and bad lighting is error shielding. So if you are under the same condition, but using different light shielding, so you will see the appearance of the sky will be entirely different. So if you don't have shielding, then it will just very bright and you don't see anything. But if you add a shielding, then you can still see the stars and you have the lighting together. Okay, and light pollution is not only limited to optical wavelength, not only to human eyes, but also in other brains like radio interference is also another important issue we have to address this year. So nowadays, cell phones, electromagnetic wave communications is very important, but it's still affecting the observation window of radio astronomy is really in danger in this situation. So one thing I would like to talk more tomorrow is how we address the problem of light pollution to policymakers. So it's very important that we have to communicate the light pollution issues to the people. So we have very good examples in Hong Kong. Okay, so I will give you some. So this photo is I took during International Year of Astronomy. So you can see many people are interested in astronomy. So we held a stargazing party in front of the bright harbor. You see the brightest light shows here. Yeah, which is I think it's a pretty interesting photo. Okay, and these 2 days, okay, you will hear a lot about using how to use the sky quality meter to run the measurements. So and this is a graph taken from Jason and I'm showing. So this is the results. So the major difference using the naked eye observation like this group at night star counting and using a meter is the problem of scientific accuracy and also about the long-term monitoring. So what we are talking about is about long-term monitoring, and we are not only taking one data in one night or 2 nights, but we have to monitor it continuously, because you can see from this graph that the reading, so you see the distribution and the change of the reading. So there are many different stations here, and you see it's not a fixed, it's not constant. It changed even from seasons to seasons, okay, from month to month, from day to day, from time to time. So it's very important for us to know and to study it. Therefore, we have to use it. This is a machine that was coming again and again. So, how many of you already have this machine? 1, 2, or yes. Okay, and I'm going to distribute a few of them to some of you. I told you before, if you know that. I will also give you a few of you. And if you still want, then you can talk to me and I will check if we have stock here. Okay. There are also some more activities. Okay, if you're interested with the eclipse, we call it 100 hours of light, but it's not available in Asia. I'm sorry. So it's only visible in Europe. Okay. Okay, so I'd like to show you a video of the International Year of Light, if you haven't seen it before. So you can make use of it anytime in the future. Oops. So if actually we can prepare a video using subtitles. So if you want to have your own subtitles in your language, so please tell me. And there's actually a form on our website, so you can fill it in and you will see we can help you to create one. Okay, and also the logo as well. So yes, please tell me, like Korean, Nepalese, Philippines? Is it? No, Philippines. Okay, so just tell me, yeah. Even there's no Chinese here, I'm sorry. Okay, so if you want to talk about how to run your program in your country, so please contact the people here. So if you go to the IYL website, so International Year of Light website, so you will see many contact points here. There's the national contact. So because the International Year of Light is not only run by astronomy, not only from the astronomy community, but also physicists, optics people, photonics people, so therefore you also have to communicate with those people, like physicists. So there's the contact here in the IYL homepage. And there's also the IAU, we have the network called the National Outreach Contacts. So it's again a big network of people in every country. So you can see the contacts here and you can talk to the people here. Okay. So one more, it's we are going to set up an event calendar very soon. So if you go to the IU directory for World Astronomy, which is, we launched the site a few months ago, which is directory.iu.org, and in the coming month, we will set up something called the event calendar, and you will see the global events of all astronomy events, highlighting IRL events there as well. So please register something there in the future. Okay, so that's what I want to talk. Okay, so thank you very much. Okay. So this is a very brief idea of what's the International of Light, and then we can brainstorm any new ideas in these 2 days. Okay, so any questions?
You showed the light brightness in 2013 here. And you have also data from Korea. Where as you collected the data?
In Korea? You mean which slide? Which slide, sorry? You mean this one?
I think yes.
Oh, this is a spacecraft. Is from space.
Yeah.
So this is taken from space. Yeah. So it's from satellite.
I did not this one.
Sorry. I think we don't have data from Korea so far at the moment. Yeah, not really. Yeah, therefore we would like to have some data from Korea in the future. Yeah, so that one, the Earth that night, that picture was taken from satellite, and yes. This one. Okay, this one. Yeah. Yes. So this is group at night. So it's very easy because people can just count the number of stars and then they can report on the website. It's very easy. It's a citizens science project, so it could be done by any people. Yeah. So I don't know who exactly do that, but there will be a lot of people doing that. And we are very happy that general citizens were interested in doing
You can
that.
see some points in South Korea.
Yeah, there's some parts in South Korea, China, yeah, in Europe, yeah, in Japan as well.